Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and I'm joined by my brother, Jack. How is it going?
What is up, man? It's going good today. It's going good.
Yeah, so breaking news for the New York Jets. They are officially interviewing Robert Saleh for a second time tonight. He is the first candidate to be considered a finalist for the New York Jets. So in this video and this live stream, Jack and I will be breaking down our thoughts on Robert Saleh potentially becoming the next Jets head coach and why Jets fans should be really excited about this news because I have a feeling that he might be the guy. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. So breaking news right now, we got a tweet from Alex Marvarez, who is a NFL insider on Twitter. He just tweeted out saying, buzz growing that Robert Saleh to the Jets as a new head coach could be done ASAP, especially with the Eagles making interview to push. So I don't know how reliable this guy is, but he thinks that it's almost a done deal for Robert Saleh to the Jets. So obviously, Robert Saleh has a lot of options. He's a huge candidate throughout the entire head coaching search. He's a front runner for the Lions. He's flying out to Florida to meet with the Eagles, I think, tomorrow. But wow. Okay. So Robert Saleh, first of all, has been on top of my list for a long time. For those guys that watched our live stream last night, we dove deep into our top 3 head coaching candidates, and Robert Saleh was on top of mine. He has every single characteristic that that I want, and Joe Douglas and Christopher Johnson said they want, and what this New York Jets organization needs desperately. And what that is energy, enthusiasm, passion, intensity, accountability. All those things is exactly what this Jets team needs, especially because we want to become a team with culture. Joe Douglas said himself when he came into the Jets and said in his first press conference as a Jets general manager, he said himself, I want to build the best culture in sports. Robert Saleh is a guy that will come to the Jets organization and do the exact opposite of what Adam Gase did. Adam Gase was a guy that sat on the sidelines with a mask covering his entire eyes and had no emotion. Robert Saleh is a guy that's fiery all over the place. He is passionate and he cares. And I feel like he will be a CEO type of coach that will coach every single side of the football, not just defense. He'll also be coaching the offense, everything about it. So me personally, I'm really excited about this. And I thought that Robert Saleh had a really good chance of becoming the Jets head coach, and he's the first finalist to get interviewed a second time. So, Jack, what's your initial reaction, and would you be happy with Robert Saleh, the next Jets head coach?
My initial reaction is it's a very exciting day for Jets fans. I do think this would be a great hire. I said last night and that I would have preferred an offensive-minded head coach, and nothing's set in stone. Obviously, this hasn't happened yet, and it's just rumors, and there's a great chance that he's not going to be our next head coach. But I do think Saleh is going to be a guy that's going to come in here and instantly improve us from where we were last year. I mean, I know you can't get much worse than an Adam Gase-led New York Jets team, but he's going to come into the building and instantly make changes, positive changes. And I know some people in the chat right now are freaking out saying that we're not going to have any offense. No, we just have to – he has to bring in the right offensive coordinator. Rich was telling me earlier, maybe the guy from San Francisco and get a little Shanahan tree going in the New York Jets, and that would be exciting to watch. So I think he fits that leadership role that we're all looking for our next head coach that we've lacked since maybe like the Rex Ryan days. At least we'll have some passion and some intensity back on the sidelines, and that makes me happy thinking about that because thinking about hiring the next hotshot coordinator, it has its ups and downs, and this team is and next hotshot offensive coordinator, I meant to say. It definitely has its ups and downs, and I think that this team right now is not in a position to be like extremely successful for like the next 1 to 2 seasons. I think it's going to take 3 to 4 years until we're really competitive again, and that's okay, man, because we have a lot of opportunities with cap space and draft picks to improve this team in the coming years. And I do think Saleh is the type of guy that can come in here and hold people accountable and be that leader and be that voice that we all need. So I would be happy with the hire. I would.
Yeah, so I think we are both pronouncing his name wrong. It's not Saleh, it's Salah. I actually knew that, but I don't know why we're just so excited we're pronouncing his name wrong. So it's Robert Salah, and I am just really excited that he's potentially becoming the next Jets head coach. I think that he brings every single characteristic that we need in order to change the environment and change the persona of this New York Jets organization. The last time we were a really good team was back in the Rex Ryan days in 2010. We were a defensive-minded team, And Rex Ryan was a guy that completely changed the entire persona of the Jets, the culture. He was an intense guy. People loved playing for Rex at the time. Obviously, Rex, I'm not comparing the Rex Ryan, but that's where that Jets team was when we were successful. So I feel like he can come in here and I mean, officially, he's not the head coach yet, right? He's the first guy to become the finalist to become the next Jets head coach. So that's a good sign. And we know that he's a head coach that's all over the place, that he's going to get interviewed with Detroit, Philly. Will the Jets just completely hire him tonight after their second interview? Who knows? Because knowing Joe Douglas, if he loves this guy, he's going to solidify him as the next Jets head coach. And I tweeted out yesterday saying, here's the characteristics that I personally want for the New York Jets next head coach. And it's pretty much everything that Saleh has. Salah, sorry, excuse me. I keep saying his name wrong. And that is intensity, fire, passion, like holding his players accountable, which is the opposite of Adam Gase. Some people will think that just because he's a defensive mind, he's just going to focus on the defense. But no, this is a guy that's going to come into the organization and coach the entire team, whether it's the offense, special teams, the personnel staff, the training staff, the front office he's going to have good communication with. I feel like he is that CEO type of coach that every single Jets fan, including myself, have been pounding the table for, because we need to build a winning, sustainable franchise. And I do like the potential coordinators he could bring in. It could be LaFleur, McDaniel, someone from the Shanahan tree. Sounds very intriguing. And we don't know if this is official. We're just giving you guys our speculation on why it's potentially almost set and done, because I think that the Jets are not going to hire him tonight. I think there's a possibility, but again, this is the first time the Jets are interviewing somebody for the second time. So expect them to interview somebody tomorrow for a second time, someone like Bieniemy or maybe Arthur Smith or someone else, the finalist, if they don't get a deal done tonight. So I don't know if this is going to be the coach, but if it is, I'll tell you this much. I will be very excited. So, Jack, would you be on board with Salah, and why? Like, why do you think he is the guy that could potentially turn this Jets organization around?
I just think he's going to fill that leadership role that we've lacked for like a decade now. And I know there's a lot of people saying no offense, no offense, no offense. To be a great defensive coordinator, which he's obviously proven himself to be, you obviously have to have an intimate knowledge of both sides of the ball. He's not just going to come to the team knowing that he's the head coach and only coach the defense and only coach up the defense. You know, obviously, I doubt he's going to be running the offense. He's obviously going to bring in personnel to do that. Hopefully, a solid offensive coordinator to do that. But it's not just going to be like him coaching one side of the ball. So I really hope people aren't genuinely worried about that. I just think that he can fit that leadership CEO type role that we desperately need back in this organization. You know, we have a guy like Joe Douglas who seems to know what he's doing in terms of building a team at the line of scrimmage. He said that before. You win games at the line of scrimmage. So we have I just love that philosophy, and I love a guy like Saleh to come in there and implement what he knows. And I just think that the combination of Saleh and Joe Douglas at the helm can just do great things for this team. I really do. I mean, like I said earlier, and I said it in the stream last night, I would have preferred an offensive head coach because, you know, who knows what's going to be. We have obviously struggles at the quarterback position. Who knows who's going to be our guy next year? So that's got me a little worried. What's Saleh gonna do about the quarterback position? What kind of role is he going to have in either developing Sam further down the line or drafting Fields or whatever happens with the second overall pick? That gets me a little nervous about Saleh, but I keep pronouncing it wrong. By the way, everybody's roasting me. Everybody's roasting me in the chat. It is what it is. I'm gonna say
we'll get it right. We'll get it right.
But yeah, man, he can come here and just be that leader of not just the defense but the entire team. And I know a lot of people in the chat are hating on it and saying, oh well, you know, we'll have good halftime speeches but no offense. No, it's not. I really highly doubt that that's how it would be. I do think he would come in here and instantly improve this team because you can't get much worse than Adam Gase. So I think that letting him walk out of the building might not be a good move. I mean, I'm still super high on guys like Brian Daboll. Like, I don't know what's happening with that down the line. I do think he might end up with the Chargers though. So I think there's a good chance that Saleh could end up as the next head coach for the New York Jets.
Yeah, man.
Salah.
I think that a lot of Jets fans would be on board with this hire, to be honest. I think that majority of Jets fans would be on board and say, I am down for this to be our next Jets head coach. And I think that the big question mark is who are the coordinators he's going to bring in? And that will be more in depth when we actually hire him. I don't want to go deep into that when he's not even officially the Jets head coach. So that really does it for this video. We want to break down our thoughts of Robert Saleh becoming the next Jets head coach.
Salah.
Apologies for butchering his name throughout this entire stream, but we'll get there, guys. We'll get there. He's not a head coach yet. Let me know in the comment section when the stream is all wrapped up, or if you're watching it afterwards, if you guys are on board for him to become our next Jets head coach. Because as you can tell, Jack and I are on board, and I want to see what you guys have to say. So let me know down below in the comment section when the stream is all wrapped up if you guys want him to be our next Jets head coach. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and subscribe to Jets Media. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed the stream. Again, apologize for butchering his name. That will not happen again. We apologize. But it is all good. Let's go Jets, and let's hope that he is our next Jets head coach. Peace out, guys.
Peace.